Hello everyone, Matthias Key here, coming to you from the year 2024, reading Ancient Prophecies of the Mahdi, the Book of Revelation as prototype for the Islamic end-time Hadiths. We've reached the section titled The Close Similarities Between Revelation and the End-time Hadiths. In the introduction, I described how, in my earlier book, I reorganized all the content of the biblical book of Revelation into chronological order. I used the timeline designations K00 through K50. This second book has a parallel reference area that repeats the K sections. Every verse of Revelation will be found in one of those time sections. Section K00 is the introduction, and K50, the concluding revelations and exhortations. In the parallel left column, you will find the verses from Revelation, using the English Standard Version, or ESV, translation of the Bible. It is a 21st century translation of the Holy Scriptures, widely used by many church denominations. Revelation is the last book that was added to the Bible. As such, it refers to many prophecies of the Old and New Testament. Some of those prophecies had a double fulfillment, with a partial fulfillment during Jesus' first coming 2,000 years ago, and a future fulfillment in the end times period. Similarly, there are some verses of Revelation that you will find in more than one K section. I will indicate them by a double dagger mark that points to the other sections. This happens when there are 2 or 3 parts to the verse and only one part is applicable to the section, or when it is a verse that has a double or triple fulfillment. There will also be verses with only a portion that is relevant to the section under consideration. The other portion will be in italics. My first book, Letter to the Tribulation, goes into detail on each section. Here in the second book, I will attempt to summarize my earlier commentary and leave room for comparison with the timeline of the Hadiths. In the parallel right column, you will find Hadiths for 28 of the sections. They are marked with H designations, with numbers matching the corresponding Revelation sections H00 through H49. There you will also find quotations from the Quran, using the Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation as updated in 1991 by the King Fahd Holy Quran Printing Complex. The updated Ali translation will be used unless otherwise indicated. If we compare the overall timeline of the two prophecies, we will see striking similarities and also glaring differences. Let's consider them. Revelation and the Hadiths have the following in common. There will be a 7-year period of extreme trial at the end of our era. A supreme ruler over the entire world will arise for the 7 years, the beast or the Mahdi. He will inaugurate his rule by making a dramatic and unexpected treaty, and will gain a great following by doing so. He will concentrate his activities on Jerusalem and the surrounding areas. He will temporarily align himself with a co-ruler based in the capital of Europe, the woman of Babylon, or the Romans. Together, they will go after a common foe. After their joint action together, the supreme ruler and his closest allies will surprisingly overthrow the co-ruler. The capital city of the co-ruler, or a massive area, will be burnt with fire. The great smoke that results is of special significance. After the overthrow of the co-ruler, a charismatic duo or figure comes forth as the chief antagonists to the supreme ruler and his government, the two witnesses, or the Dajjal. They proclaim the biblical faith. many believe in their preaching. In the case of the two witnesses, they started their activity a few months before the co-ruler's demise. By comparison, the Hadiths do not mention the Dajjal's preparatory activity prior to the co-ruler's overthrow. They merely emphasize that afterward, the Dajjal became the Mahdi's main opponent. A deputy arises to assist the supreme leader, the false prophet, or Isa ibn Maryam. The supreme ruler unilaterally breaks the treaty. His deputy compels all people to worship the supreme ruler and his religion. The leader and his deputy raise armies that hunt down and kill Christians, Jews, and others who refuse to submit to them. The world leaders manage to kill their charismatic opponents. At this point, the following divergences take place, and only in the Revelation prophecy. The God of heaven takes control of events by resurrecting the two witnesses whose bodies had been left lying in the streets of Jerusalem. They ascended to heaven for all the world to see. God sends plagues upon those who worship the supreme ruler and are therefore complicit. He sends boils, blood on the sea, and waters, heat and darkness. God sends his own Son, Jesus Christ, from heaven to earth. Jesus assumes the place of the two witnesses as champion of those persecuted for their faith in him. After this, the book of Revelation and the Hadiths once again converge in their general subjects and time flow. A battle of epic proportions is fought. In Revelation, the supreme ruler is vanquished in the Battle of Armageddon. In the Hadiths, the supreme ruler is victorious and emerges as unopposed after the defeat and killing of the Dajjal. All those on the losing side are put to death. All those remaining now put their complete faith and trust in the victor, Jesus Christ, or the Mahdi. After the continual wars that resulted in countless deaths, the victor rules over a completely peaceful world and dispenses great blessings to all for a millennium of 1,000 years or the remainder of the 7 years. In the Hadiths, after 7 years are over, the Mahdi dies and Isa ibn Maryam passes away sometime later. In Revelation, Jesus Christ does not die because God already resurrected him after his death on the cross 2,000 years ago. By death, he defeated death. Jesus brings life after the grave to all who repent of their sins and believe on him. Finally, both prophecies come to the true end of history. At that time occurs the final judgment of all humanity by the Supreme Being who lords over all creation. If you have found this video helpful, then please click the like button. I also invite you to subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon to get notifications when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching.